2 winters ago, I noticed that the control panel on my Ariens snowblower was cracked and needed some repair work. I naturally forgot about this as soon as the snow was gone and didn't remember until we were back into full snow again the next year. I don't have a garage, so it's a pain in the butt to be doing repairs outside when it's snowing. Thankfully, when the snow ended this year, sometime in April, I decided to tackle the job before I forgot again and the problem got worse. The issue, as you can see, is that the metal where the controls are mounted cracked. I guess my brutish manliness at the controls was probably the cause, and I will endeavor to be more gentle in the future. But I'm assuming it will continue to get worse, and as the controls weren't working properly last winter as a result of the break, this needs to get fixed. I looked into ordering a replacement control panel, but when I saw the cost of $184 US, which is about 250 Canadian before tax and shipping, I thought there might be a less expensive repair opportunity. I decided that the best solution would be to reinforce the metal control panel with some metal underneath so that it would be out of the way of the operator's hands and wouldn't interfere with the controls moving below the control panel. I bought some aluminum angle stock from the local home supply store and measured it to get an approximate length required. Then I drilled 2 holes in the control panel and 1 hole near one end of the aluminum angle. I used a larger drill bit to deburr the holes. Once the holes were drilled, I put in the bolt for one of the holes and lined up the aluminum angle underneath. This allowed me to mark the center of the second hole that needed to be drilled. Then I took it apart and drilled the second hole in the angle aluminum and put it back together again with both bolts. I also added some washers here. I don't know if they're necessary, but there you go. With the aluminum underneath and bolted tight, I tried out the controls and noticed that while the panel didn't flex when operating the center control, it still flexed around the broken area when I used the side control. As a result, I decided to repeat the process with another piece of aluminum angle along the side. With the second aluminum angle bolted tight by the side control, everything seemed to work much better. Regardless of which control was moved, there was no movement at the break in the metal of the control panel. That's all it took to fix the issue. It's not as pretty as replacing the panel, but should last for a few more years. It was also a whole lot cheaper than replacing the control panel. The 4-foot aluminum bar, the bolts, washers, and nuts came in around $30 with about 3 feet of aluminum left over. I'm putting this one in the win column. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, and if you're interested in a random assortment of DIY, electronics, and woodworking videos, then subscribe to my channel.